Wanted to make a quick video to show you a fix for what's probably just excessive suction on a Dyson vacuum.
Oh my gosh.
Hence the problem. Anyway, I've got a quick fix for you that I'll show you how to do. Alright, so the first step is to take your vacuum, and you might want to unplug it first. Flip it over, and there's a clip here that you can remove that will release this head unit. So the next thing you do is take apart this floating head actually comes off like that. Alright, the next step in the process is to go get yourself a piece of 1/2 inch PVC, probably Schedule 40 is what this is, pipe. You can get it down at Home Depot or Lowe's or any hardware store. Then what you need to do is you need to make a couple cuts basically halfway through the diameter of that pipe, and you're going to cut it so that you have 1 1/4 inch or thereabouts. It can be a little bigger if you want. Full section, so you don't tamper with the center section, but you actually remove, you slice down with your saw this direction after you've cut it this direction, so you're basically removing this corner, if you will, of the pipe on both sides. In my case, I've got 3/4 of an inch here and 3/4 of an inch there for the wings. Then I've gone a little step further and I've made a little notch, and you'll see where that comes in handy in a second, but I've made a little notch on each side here. That's going to be important because it allows the zip ties that you're going to use to fasten this to the vacuum. It gives them a place to seat and hold it together. So once that's done, you're going to come back to this floating unit that you took off of the head. Well, first of all, let me explain what we're doing here. If we can take something and wedge it in underneath here, you're basically taking this floating mechanism, and it's only floating on the front but not the back, and so it gives it a bit more clearance between the brushes and the carpet. So now getting back to how you install this, you find the second rib over, and then this section here, you basically line it up so that that intact section begins at that second rib end, and then you tie in your zip ties. And the grooves that we had made previously for the pipe, you'll see where your zip tie is going to fit really nicely into that groove. Alright, so here you can see how I have this affixed to the head, to this floating head unit. So this is the way it looks when it's fully reassembled. You can see I've got my PVC pipe in here. The effect of this, the front end still floats. The effect is that this back end has been raised up higher so that you have more clearance between the carpet and the roller brush. And you can see, because we've notched out that PVC, the brush is free to rotate without any hindrance. See how we did. We haven't had to diminish the suction power at all. We still have contact between the carpet and the brush. Okay, let me try that. See if that works good. Yeah. So there it is, quick fix. I hope that's helpful.